Are you wondering what the steps are to sell your property? Today we're walking through phase 4 of getting your home on the market to when you negotiate your offers. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Teresa Wellman with Homeowner Experience Real Estate. Today we're digging into our step-by-step home seller guide and going through phase 4 as we get your home on the market and negotiate offers. What can you do to make it as stress-free as possible and maximize the money you get? Well, stay tuned because we're going to get into those tips. So if you jump over to homeownerexperience.com and you hit tips to sell, we're going to get over to the home seller's guide that we're referring to. Now, we've broken this down into 5 phases. And so if you haven't watched videos 1 through 3 where we go through the previous phases, definitely do that first. Today, we're going into getting noticed on the market and negotiating an offer. So let's go ahead and click this fast link to get down there to this topic. So once you get on the market, you've already obviously chosen your pricing strategy and everything. The first thing to do is to continue to keep your property in show condition and to welcome buyers and showings and to monitor the feedback and the number of showings that are happening as you're going through this process. A really strong agent will be pacing you for what you should expect for how many showings, usually at least 1 to 2 a day. Open house traffic should be over 20 groups through or around that, depending on the market rhythm or what time of year you're selling. Those are important factors to understand and study when you're doing that pricing strategy, right? So we talked about that in phase 3. Once you're getting showings, the next critical step is to get feedback and assess the feedback from those agents. There could be really simple things that you haven't thought of or didn't realize since you're stepping out of the house for showings that are happening that you can address. One of the most common ones is a next door neighbor's dog doesn't like strangers coming on over and they start barking. They may not mind you because they know you, but other people going through your yard and they start barking and it becomes very disruptive to people trying to look at your house. You wouldn't know that if you didn't ask for feedback, right? So those are critical pieces to understand because they're simple things that could potentially be addressed to improve the showing. Now, hopefully those showings are going good and you're getting great feedback. You're keeping the home maintained and going through your daily checklist from phase 3 to make sure the home is showing well and secure to protect everything that you have as well in the property. So if you're continuing to do that, you should be getting great showings, great feedback, and working towards that offer. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I would say in this phase is that sellers rush to take a really quick offer that maybe doesn't have the best terms, maybe it's not the best price, maybe they don't have an idea of the feedback they're getting and they're just making assumptions. So this is a critical step here is to make sure you really are staying informed with the process and doing whatever you can to get multiple buyers to come in and present an offer if at all possible. Now in San Jose, we do have traditionally a very low inventory market and quite a strong seller's market. So it's likely you'll get 1 to 2 or 3 offers, even in a slower market, that you can hopefully then negotiate with one another. Once you're negotiating, you want to make sure you have a very savvy and knowledgeable agent because it's not just about price, it's really about terms as well and understanding the risk that goes in with any contingencies if they may be coming forward from a buyer. And when does it make sense to accept an offer and have the buyer put in their earnest money? All of that timing can be really critical to make sure that you're getting a solid, confident buyer who wants to move forward on your home. So those biggest mistakes here in phase 4, like I mentioned, is failing to negotiate and play buyers against each other. Whatever we can do to price the home appropriately to get lots of traffic and hopefully at least 2 offers is going to really benefit your pocketbook with the right agent and your team. The second thing is, working with just the first offer that comes in and not really taking an opportunity to see what else might be out there. Now, I will tell you, if you're not getting a lot of showings and not getting a lot of activity that you should be for the current market, you might have to work with that first offer. But if you're getting a lot of showings and a lot of activity and somebody wants to throw in a really quick offer, you really need to understand the terms and the price and if it makes sense, if it's really strong, and not just take it and get overly excited. So that's a discussion to have with an experienced listing agent, which leads into the third biggest mistake in this phase is working with an inexperienced listing agent that doesn't know what normal traffic is, doesn't know how to assess how many offers might be coming forward, and isn't gathering feedback for you to know if you've got some really strong leads or not, and things that you can address to improve showings. So I hope you find this valuable and you see how critical it is to do phases 1 through 3 correctly first, so that you can set yourself up to succeed and get the best offer in phase 4. Thanks so much for listening. I'm Teresa Wellman with Homeowner Experience Real Estate. Are you considering selling in the next 6 or 12 months? Well, let's plan the home prep now to get the highest possible price when you're ready to sell. Many people ask my advice on what they should do to update their home for the best return on investment. To make your property most attractive to today's buyers involves key steps that are constantly changing. I offer a 1-hour selling consultation to plan your home prep steps. And in this property visit, we will talk about key areas to update now, discuss a calendar plan to meet your schedule, talk about the market today and my projections for your timeline, review an estimated net sheet, and share trusted home prep contractors we work with often. See the link below to schedule your seller consultation appointment.